Welcome to a mindful moment from Resonant Space.
It's interesting because it's a time of, it's a period after, I suppose, you've made your New Year's resolutions, you know, in the winter, in that kind of New Year's mindset. And Ostara, or the Spring Equinox, is when you can renew those and kind of reevaluate them and make some really lovely intentions for the year, because it feels a lot more hopeful. Because, you know, going into March, it's just that sort of, you know, everything's a bit greener, everything's a bit more brighter, and it's just that kind of hope. But what's lovely, I think, about the sort of the equal day and night, again, kind of symbolism, is that you need both of the things. You know, you need light and you need dark. You can't have one without the other. So where, I don't know, the darkness has been around winter, we've you know, if we've done it properly, I guess, we've kind of used those darker days and we've used that kind of more internal focus to kind of maybe make those intentions, see how we're doing. And then when we think about the Spring Equinox and spring and coming out into the world, it's when it starts to blossom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind, that's what I like about that sort of time of year of coming out of hibernation, I guess. It's like always comes back to nature, I think. Kind of, you know, you can always find mirrors in nature of what we should be doing. Not that we do, because we know that we push ourselves far too hard. But also, I suppose, back in traditional times, there was no such thing as electric light. So, you know, it really would have made a massive shift in everything, in kind of the working day, you know, in agriculture and farming. Whereas now we can push through, we turn on the lights, we carry on working. You know, it's like it's a whole different mindset that we're coming into now. So it's quite nice to kind of step back a bit. And it was all about kind of greeting the sun and welcoming the sun back when they had their sort of Spring Equinox celebrations. And it was, you know, very much, thank you for coming back into our lives, so we can have these longer days and we can work and feed our families and make, you know, do the harvest, etc. So yeah, I think it's quite a lovely time.
I think it's also somewhat of an energetic release and an energetic celebration, because you get more light. And I'm extremely it's not sun sensitive, but I need to have the sun. And there's just no other way to say it. And the less sun we have, no matter what I do, I notice. So for me,
do you get SAD, do you think?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. It's winter. I just call it winter.
Yeah.
But
do you get the blues?
Oh yeah. Well, I notice though, as the days get longer and the sun comes up a little earlier, and it's, you know, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it's still light out. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it feels, just feels nicer, doesn't it? It feels, I wonder what it is. We're clearly very, like you said, sun sensitive, but kind of, our moods are changed.
I don't think we notice it as much unless you live somewhere that has long periods without sun, like England.
Well, I was going to say like somewhere like Iceland, or, you know, because we're doing okay here. And then there's just some really lovely practices and rituals that you can do around the Spring Equinox, whether you gather in a circle like I'm doing. I'm going to have a lovely circle where people can do some rituals together, we'll set some intentions, or whether you do them on your own. It doesn't really matter. But it's just nice to think about the sort of ways to celebrate this lovely time of year around the Spring Equinox. And one of them is really about giving back to the universe. So that can be planting seeds, is a very popular one. So starting to kind of your own creation in conjunction with nature, which is really lovely. And again, it's not revolutionary, because I suppose at this time of year is when you would naturally plant seeds, but to do it in a more of a ritual way is quite nice, isn't it?
With intention.
With intention, exactly, rather than, just to make your garden look nice, which you will have as a result. But then other ways are about, you know, there could be kind of donated to charity as well. So it's about creating an energy flow, kind of a positive energy flow of giving and what that brings out into the universe that will come back to you. So there's probably lots of other ways actually that you could think about to have that kind of spirit of giving, but that's really important around this time of year. And another one is having a big spring clean, which again seems just, intuitively that's what you might do. You just get that feeling, don't you? I do. I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, right, I need to clear this out. I need to clear some space. It is very intuitive.
Do you think it has anything to do with the sunlight?
Possibly. And just that, your hormone levels maybe are feeling a bit sort of more elevated and your mood is more elevated. So therefore you're sort of feeling that need. But yeah, I suppose it kind of ties in with the giving as well. If you have a clear out, then it's a good time to maybe donate to charity or give it to friends, but I suppose also evaluate what's meaningful for you. So if you've collected a lot of, I don't know, tats, rubbish, I'm trying to think what's in my house, what we're clearing out at the moment. It's just, and I think it will also be that kind of mental clear out as well, isn't it? It's a physical spring clean, but also a mental spring clean of, is this bringing me joy? Do I need it? No. Let's put it aside, or give it to someone else who will enjoy it. Because as we know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And I think that's lovely. I think the kind of cycle of, recycling and giving something that you've had for years and years and years, it means it's lost its meaning for you, but someone else might find it really charming and it will brighten their day. So that feels like a really nice thing to do. Spring Equinox. There are, as we mentioned, these rituals that you can do on your own or you can do with friends. One of them that I really like is the Equinox Elevation Ritual. Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I think we'll be doing this in my circle, where you kind of stand up, ground your feet into the earth, extend your arms up to the sky, up to the sun and the moon, and you kind of just visualize the new sun's energy sort of radiating and infusing into your body and filling you with power and inspiration. So it's, it can be however long you want that to be for, kind of just visualizing that power, the sun's rays. And giving you that strength and inspiration, especially if you're making these new goals or starting new projects, you can kind of use that energy of the sun, which I think is quite lovely. And then in terms of manifesting, it's time to kind of get your candles out and start manifesting. So you can, if you light a green candle around spring, that's obviously supposed to be kind of quite connecting to the energies of spring. And it's kind of suggested to light it for 7 days and repeat your intention for 7 days and then just sort of let that go and let that out into the universe. So it's one of there's a million ways to manifest, obviously, but that's one that's quite nice, I think, because you're celebrating the light as well with the flame of the candle, and it just feels quite intentional.
Candles are always nice anyway.
Candles are always good. But I think this is just, I suppose if you research, there'll be lots more things that you can do in terms of celebrations, but they seem to be kind of the main lovely ones that I've picked up on. I
actually like to bring flowers inside like I did this morning before you got here.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, again, it's a symbol, isn't it, of just like beautiful, the beauty of nature.
And even when I'm sitting here at my computer, or it's raining and I don't feel like going out and getting wet, I've got these lovely flowers here. Yeah, exactly. And then you were talking about how you're feeling around this time. Oh, this time of year is just so incredibly energizing. I notice the changing of seasons because it gets a little bit more sunny here this time of year. And like I was saying earlier, the sun comes up earlier, sets later, so we've got more daylight. And I suppose because I'm so sun sensitive, after winter, I'm ready. So now it's almost like I want to go out and just celebrate the blue sky. Blue sky! Do the happy blue sky dance. There's blue sky. There's blue sky. Just something I don't think I would have done living other places.
Okay. Well, because you didn't notice the difference so much, or?
I don't think I had as much awareness, but I don't think I noticed as much as I do here.
Yeah. I think when I used to work in an office day in, day out, I didn't actually ever see the changing. I didn't know when the light went or when it changed.
Oh, yeah.
It would all I knew that it would be dark when I got to the office and it would be dark when I left. And then in the summer, it would be light when I got there. But I didn't know exactly when or had any sort of feeling about it. So yeah, I think there's a real importance of connecting to what is actually happening all around us.
Absolutely. And it is an exciting time. You can take the nature's cue and see how nature is changing every day and getting more colorful. And you can say that's nature's way of being creative. And if you just sit with it, sit outside, listen to the birds, really connect with the earth, it's a great time to make that earth connection. And it's a perfect time to revisit your connection with nature if you lost it.
Yeah, which we probably all have, definitely. And what's on your mind? Feel free to contact us on info@the-humblewarrior.co.uk.